Trivia question: how long did Adam live before sin? Now, it was after sin that Adam lived 900 years. But before sin, after he was created, before the sin in the garden, how long did he live? Look at the evidence in the book of Genesis. The first piece is after he was created. Somewhere along the line, God gave him the job of naming all the animals. Birds, animals, and insects. Now today there's over 8 million. Back then there was probably 2 to 3 times more than that hadn't been hunted to extinction because they were created by God. We don't know how many there were. So if he did one a day, that would put him over 100,000 years, way over 100,000 years, just for 8 million. And then it was after he named all the animals that he got lonely and needed a companion, so God created Eve. After that, God told Adam and Eve, be fruitful, multiply, go throughout the earth, and they did that, and they bore children, and those children, etc., down the line until nations were born. Now, it takes a while to create nations, another long amount of time. But then we look at the earth. How old's the earth? Well, our scientists are saying our earth is millions of years old. Which people, well, that don't match up with the Bible. Yes, it does. Because Adam and Eve and their children and so on and grandchildren, etc., lived with God for probably millions of years until one angel decided to mess things up and get pride and wanted the population to worship him. He had a crazy idea and tricked Adam and Eve, basically Adam, to gain authority over the earth. It is this 7,000 year bracket of time that we are separated from God the Father. When he cannot be with us through the sin. He cannot be directly contact. And so his son, after 4,000 years after the sin, he sent his son to die for us, to be that sacrifice. And Jesus was that sacrifice. 4,000 years into it, Christ has given us his authority and power for these 2,000 years, these end times, 2,000 years, last days, 2,000 years, age of the Gentiles, 2,000 years, to use his power and authority to overcome Satan's schemes and his little rules and his people that follow him, destroying the earth, killing people and children and all. And you have to use your power and authority. And it's just words, power and authority, if you know you have the authority through Christ. And then at 6,000 years from sin in the garden, Christ is scheduled to return to begin his millennial reign, lock Satan up, and rule us for 1,000 years. And those that are with him will rule and reign with him for that 1,000 years. And then at the end, Satan's release, just the people that were on the earth, left on the earth, that we ruled over, they'll get deceived and follow Satan again. So, and then there's the Battle of Armageddon, and Christ wins. God's judgment comes and judges everyone, and then we go back in eternity with God, with our mortal bodies, except for those that did not follow him. So it's just some food for thought. If someone tells you, the earth is millions of years old, don't get upset. It's correct. It could be millions, it could be zillions. We don't know. God's eternal, and it's only the sin, our separation from God, that is calculated throughout the Bible, starting with Adam and his age. And it's just a little more food for thought. If you want a little more food for thought, got a free book you can download. The Book of Revelation is so simple. You can download it at smashwords.com. And anyway, have a great day. A little bit of thought there.